4 years as a self-published author. What lessons did I learn from my debut novel? From diving in blind into the world of self-publishing to have self-published 6 books, I sure have come a long way. Today I wanted to share with you my biggest lessons and what I'd advise you if you are planning to self-publish your first book. Hi, I'm Pooja Mohan. I'm an indie author, aka a self-published author, working to self-publish my 7th book, and welcome to my writing studio. This October, I'm celebrating my 4 years of being an indie author or a self-published author. While I was reflecting on how far I've come and what I would advise my younger self, I thought I'll make a video about it and share it with you if you're planning to self-publish your first book. I think I can sum up my experiences and the lessons that I learned in 5 points, and so here they are. First is have a plan. How I wish I had a plan back then. If you are planning to self-publish your first book, have a plan in mind. Know where you're going with this whole option. Don't just think about this one book, but think about all the books that you'll be writing and when you'll be publishing them, what you'll be doing for marketing and promoting these books. In short, have a full-fledged plan for your books and your self-publishing career. The second thing that I wish I had known, or maybe I wish I was not so naive about it, is know the difference between copyright and Creative Commons. I probably had good intentions at the time, but I didn't know how I would feel about it few years down the line. So my initial books I published under Creative Commons right. So if you don't know about it, there are different types of Creative Commons, and I don't regret it, but it does disappoint me when I started seeing the number of copies that were being downloaded of my book without really me knowing. One of the websites that I recently found out about had about 3,000 downloads of one of my books, of just one of my books. Learn from my mistakes, know about Creative Commons and copyright laws, and know what you want from it, not just today but years from now. The next thing is be in the know. Network with other writers, join networking groups. You have a lot of them on Facebook and on Instagram. Follow authors that you admire and you would like to connect with. Interact as much as possible with writers and authors. I do feel there are groups that are not always positive. So if you find yourself in a group like that, it's best to leave. Don't engage with negativity, but don't let that discourage you. I feel there was a point of time when I stopped interacting with a lot of authors, especially on Facebook groups, because I saw a lot of negativity happening there. So don't let that discourage you. If you don't have people like you in a particular group, join another group, see if you have people with common interests there, or if not, create a group of your own and invite like-minded people to join you there. But the point is that know what is happening in the industry, attend workshops and seminars on self-publishing, listen to podcasts, attend webinars, surround yourself with what is happening in the industry as a whole, as well as writers and authors. The fourth thing that I learned is about editors and editing. I was incredibly naive when it came to editing and editors. I thought if someone is good at the language that I'm writing in, which was English, if they're good at English grammar, they'll do a good job of editing. But that is not the only qualification for a good editor. A good editor has a lot of other responsibilities other than just correcting your grammar and your punctuation. Do your research about editing. That's really important. What types of editing there are, what type of editing your work requires. Research about editors. Ask them to share about the works they have edited. I remember there was a point when I was first looking for editors, a lot of editors were not willing to share with me the works that they had edited, which I thought was all right. Maybe they are protecting the privacy of the other authors. But now I understand that that should not be the case. In fact, if someone has done editing for another author, that should be on their resume, and they should be able to provide a little piece of that of the work that they have edited, or if not that, then just name the books that they have edited, because that ideally should be anyways open and it should be there on the information page of the book that they have edited. That should not be a secret. If someone is being secretive about it, it is a red flag. At least I would consider it a red flag after all the experiences that I have gone through. And since editor is one of the biggest investments you'll be making as a self-published author, you have to be very careful and vigilant with who you are hiring as an editor. The next and the final piece of my advice would be put in the time and be patient. I had a few people advise me this, but I was incredibly impatient to learn as I go, and I dived into self-publishing. Put in the time, learn about all the different things that goes into self-publishing, because writing is just one part of self-publishing. Self-publishing is so much more than just writing. So know that. I have an entire series of videos about self-publishing, so if you want to know more about it, I'll link the series in the description below. So yeah, put in the time and be patient. How I wish I was patient with my work. I don't regret it, but because I feel I jumped into things, I had to learn things quite quickly, and that has its own perks. These are the things that I wish I had told my younger self, and I hope this was helpful for you. If you like the kind of videos I'm putting out, consider subscribing to my channel and hit the like button, because that's how I get to know that you're enjoying my content. Alright then, I'll see you in the next one.